In September 2022, a Roblox car game was removed after Roblox received a DMCA notice from Automobili Lamborghini themselves. The fact that this game uses Lamborghini materials without permission or license violated corporate law, which led to the DMCA strike, removing that one game from the platform. That takedown and the legal release signal pushed many developers to also remove Lamborghini models from their games. But not long after that, developers began to create fictional Lamborghini models and add them to their game. As of now, many popular Roblox car games have created their own fictional versions of Lamborghini. So in this video, I'll be taking a look at those fictional Lamborghini. Alright, so here we are in South Florida, and this game currently only have 2 fictional Lamborghini models in total. And that's because, as you guys probably already know, the developers of this game, they are currently working on the revamp, so the other models are coming in the revamp. And yeah, originally I wanted to delay this video until the revamp dropped, but since the revamp itself delayed, I think I'm just gonna make this video right now. Alright, now let's just take a look at the fictional Lamborghini model this game has. Alright, so here we are in the dealership. Alright, so it's in the super category, and there you go, you can see it now. It's 2025 Italica Felicita. As you can see from this review, it's definitely based off the Huracan. All-wheel drive, 610 horsepower for $295,000. Alright, let's get it now. There you go. But no, I already said there are 2 fictional Lamborghini models in the game currently. Where is it? Well, it's in the coupe, it's in the SUV, maybe it's yours. No, because it's actually also an Italica Felicita. And I already have it. Why? Because it's a limited. There you go, it's a limited Italica Felicita Corsa. And as you can see, it's definitely the STO. So yeah, I think I'm gonna review 2 of them here. So yeah, let's first spawn the Italica Felicita I just bought. Here it is. And yeah, this is definitely an Huracan, and it looks pretty sick. You can even see they changed the headlights here. Bumper is really the same as the real Huracan. Overall, really just the same, really easy to spot on. Now here's what interesting though. If you look at here, everything in this car looks like it based off the Huracan, right? The bumper, the side profile here. But if we move on to the back here, the taillights here in particular is something else. And if you guys did notice it, it really is similar to the Lamborghini Temerario. And yeah, looks like the devs actually took inspiration from that, which is cool. So it's not just like they kind of change one Lamborghini model, but it's kind of like they're mixing things up. Right, so overall, I really like the design here. Like the changes they made looks really good. To the point I do think like this is actually something that Lamborghini themselves would actually make. Now let's see how this thing drives. Alright, let's hear the startup here. Wait, let me hear it again. Alright, kind of decent, I guess. Let's give it some rev. Alright, I guess that sound is kind of close to Huracan. And we get some burples, crackles, and it also shoots flames. Alright, that's nice. Now let's check out the lights they got here though. Turn it on. Alright, so only one light bulb on the headlights. Let's see the back here. That's the running lights. Kind of in the same place as the brake lights, right? Alright, so this is the reverse light. Where's the blinkers? Alright, so it's in the same place as the brake light. And on the front is the gyro switchback, which is really nice. So now let's actually take it for a spin. Alright, so first it really is fast and sharp. I think it's because it's an all-wheel drive. Alright, right off the bat, let's just see how fast this thing can go. Let's see the top speed. Alright, waiting on the 19, 194, 5, 196, 197, 98, 99. Come on, 200. Alright, 200 mile per hour. Alright, so the top speed is 200 mile per hour. Alright, as I said, this car is really sharp. As you can see, it's really stable due to its all-wheel drive chain. So yeah, this car is really hard to oversteer, which I think is a good thing here. Alright, next up, let's take a look at the second model in this game, which was also an Italica Felicita, also a Huracan, but it's Felicita Corsa, and as you can see, it's the Huracan STO. Alright, so let's take a closer look here. This is definitely the STO. As you can see, the duotone here, the wing, the air scoop here, carbon fiber on the roof, and just look at this massive intake on the front. Take a look at the back here. You can see the exhaust is different from the base model. And look at this, the exhausts are modeled fully behind the fence. It is so nice. Such a huge detail there. Now moving to the front here, we got some massive intake. Like, this is massive, bro. So yeah, such crazy attention to detail for a limited car. And so now let's take it for a drive. Alright, so now this, the Felicita Corsa and the Italica Felicita, the base one. The biggest difference when it comes to driving is the drivetrain. This thing got a rear-wheel drivetrain, so yeah, I expect it to be much more slidey, of course. So yeah, let's actually prove that is it actually more slidey. Alright, so I think that's all for Salsforda. I really like the design they go for here. And before closing for this game, here are the images of the fictional Lamborghini models the devs already made. And these models are definitely going in the revamp. So yeah, really can't wait for the revamp. I sure hope it's gonna come out soon. So yeah, devs, please do your best, and yeah, I'm waiting for it. Alright, so let's get to the next game. Alright, so we're in the next game, and it's Greenville. In Greenville, I'm pretty sure they have already a lot of fictional Lamborghini models here, so let's check them up. Here they are. Alright, we got a lot here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 8. We got 8 model here. Alright, they all looks really interesting here, so let's check all of them. Alright, first one we got the Silhouette Veloce 1967. It's cool they got even old Lamborghinis. What is this based off? I think this is based off the Lamborghini Mirror, isn't it? Alright, that's cool. Get to the next one. Next one we got the whatever. I don't know what this is though. Maybe a Countach. Oh, we got trim in here. Potenziar. Oh yeah, this is definitely Countach now. Alright, 2011 Silhouette Gioiosa. This is definitely from the Gallardo. Looks really similar to the Gallardo, especially the bumper. Alright, let's see the trims here. Oh, there's a lot of them. Let's see what's the EU, Europe. Oh, we got a duotone and nice rims. Next one is the Silhouette Gioiosa Spider. Well, this is basically just a Spider version of the Gioiosa. Next up, we got the 2015 Silhouette Carbon here. And dude, this thing looks sick. This is definitely from the Aventador here. Let's check out the trims here. What's this LS 930? There's only one though. Oh, yo, what is it? This is definitely SVJ, isn't it? Looks sick. Alright. Well, this is definitely based off the Aventador then. Next up, we got the 2023 Silhouette Rhinoceronte, and this is definitely based off the ears here. really obvious. I don't know about the design though. I think it's kind of decent, I guess. Alright, what is this? Doesn't really resemble any Lambo, but yeah, this is probably the closest to a Hurricane, right? This looks really different from the actual Hurricane. Just look at this front here. Yeah, that's something. I'm not really into this, but it looks pretty futuristic, and you can see the developer are not really going in the same way as Hurricane, but so it looks cool. I see the trims, Speciale, Evolution, we got 4 here. Yeah, so this is definitely, oh, we got the Strato here. So yeah, this is definitely Hurricane, isn't it? They got the STO. Well, no, but this is definitely a based off the Hurricane, even though it looks really different from the actual one. And yeah, so that's all. Let's get the thief one now. The Hurricane. Let's get a cooler trim, maybe like Strato, Evolution Fluorescente. Does it change its stats? 280 mile per hour, 914 horsepower. Let's see, Evolution Fluorescente. It is okay. Quite a big difference there, but let's just go with the base one. I think 260,000. Alright, that is a lot. Alright, there you go. Here it is, the Silhouette Typhoon. Let's take a closer look. Yes, overall design here is definitely really different from Hurricane. Just look at this taillight. What is this? But yeah, it's definitely not so bad. It's kind of really futuristic. The front here, it's not something like in Hurricane, but yeah, still pretty cool. Especially this body shape here on the side. Look at that fend. That's actually pretty cool. So yeah, really different from an actual Hurricane. Let's try it out. Alright, that's pretty good. Let's give it some rev. Yo, it spits fire, dude. That is a really good sound. I really like that. Alright, let's check out the lights here. I'm really curious about the blinkers. Oh, it's really small here on the headlights. Check out the back. Alright, that's pretty good. Let's turn on the lights here. There you go. That's a big taillights right there. Alright, now let's take it for a spin. Sounds pretty nice. Alright, pretty good acceleration here and really good sound too. I'm just gonna stomp on the gas. Let's see how fast this thing can go. Oh shit! Alright, let's try accelerate again. Hopefully I won't crash this time. Dude, the backfire is so addicting, man. It's definitely something. Wait, how many gears are there? Oh, I think it's only 7. Yeah, it's only 7. Alright, let's see the top speed here. 197, 98, 99. Come on, 200. Alright, I'm out of road here. Let's just say it's 200, right? I don't know, but it's gotta be 200. But look at the brakes glowing though. I don't know this game have that kind of feature. That's really cool. Alright, this thing sounds so good, and the backfire is good too. And no, I think I'm getting used to the design here. But one thing about the Fictional Lamborghini models in here, Greenville, is that the devs definitely kind of like much more into inspired than just replicate it. So yeah, but it's pretty cool, especially the choice too. They even got the Lamborghini mirror and cone touch. That's really nice. Let's get to the next game. Alright, now we're in car driving Indonesia, and they actually have a lot of fictional Lamborghini models already. And yeah, let's take a look at them. Right, so we're in the premium dealership right now. I'm pretty sure all the fictional Lamborghini models are all in this dealership only. Maybe. So there actually goes by the name of, yeah, Lamborghini. What a name. And there you go. As I already said, there's a lot of them here already. But these are all mostly just trims here since they don't have the trim selection system like what Greenville has. But let me sum it up for you guys. So there are actually only 5 lineup here currently, well at the time I'm recording right now. So let's get through them. Alright, so first we got the Lamborghini Tempestor here. As you can see, this is definitely the Huracan. They even got the STO here. Alright, next one we got the Lamborghini Stylus. As you can see, we got 3 models here, and from the preview, this is definitely based off the Lamborghini Aventador. The next one we got the Mino Taurus. Alright, where do they get this name, bro? Right, this is definitely based off the Gallardo, also 3 models. And then next one we got the Lamborghini Revolution. This is definitely from the Revuelto. And then last one we got the Lamborghini Rarus. Devs, what are these names? So this is definitely the years. We got 2 trims here, and these are actually just got added to the game here. Alright, quite a lot of selection here, and trims too. That's really nice. And from this review you can definitely see that the models are really easy to spot on on which Lamborghini models they're actually based off. So yeah, looks like the changes are really small. Alright, now let's get the, I think I'm just gonna get the Tempestra, the Huracan one. They sure got a lot of trims for the Tempestra. Let's just get the base one. I think this is the one, 2015. 7 billion rupiah. And here it is, right off the bat. It is really similar to the actual Huracan. Let's take a look at the front here. As you can see, the most noticeable change is definitely the headlights here, and also the bumper, but these changes are so small. Like, let's see the headlights. They literally only changed the DRL lines here, and the front bumper is kind of different, but not much. Alright, let's take a look at the back here, and as you can see, the taillights are different. Much more different than the headlights, I think, compared to the actual Huracan. But mostly still the same as the actual Huracan. I think they just flip things up here, but honestly, it doesn't look bad at all. Oh yeah, let's look at the engine bay. They actually model it up. Alright, so I think that's all for the design here. As you can see, they definitely didn't change that much. Just trying to mimic the actual Huracan here. Alright, after the design, let's actually try to test it out. Alright, let's hear the startup here. Alright, that's not bad, I guess. Let's rev it a bit. I think it's not as good as the other previous game, but this is definitely not so bad. Alright, now let's check out the lights here. Here's the taillights. It's really similar to the actual Huracan. I think they just like flip things up here, the running light. Right, here's the turn signal, and on the headlights is DRL switchback. Alright, very good. Now let's actually drive it. Alright, so here we are in Sentul track, and this is definitely the best place in the game to try out how well this thing drives. Right out of the bat for the fast acceleration. Let's take the first turn here. But honestly, the power isn't hard to control here. Just really need to be a bit careful. But after all, it's pretty controllable and pretty fun too, since it's pretty stable. Push it up here, brake, and then alright. See, it's really stable, honestly. Sure, you could definitely oversteer, but all you need to do is just control it. More careful. There you go. Alright, that's pretty nice. Turn again. Really nice. I actually really like this thing. The power is enough to make it fast, but it's not crazy to make you oversteer or lose control that much. When it comes with grip, sure isn't that grippy, especially compared to other cars in the game. But since it's stable and easy to control, it's not really a big deal, So yeah, pretty nice. I really like driving this thing. Alright, so I think that's all for car driving Indonesia here. They already got a lot of models already for the fictional Lamborghinis, and it actually looks pretty nice, especially this one, the Pester. And looks like we're already at the end of this video. I'm really sorry for every mistake, and if you guys have any opinion or question, let me see them in the comments. Alright, so yeah, see you in the next video.